All right, everyone, let's come into a nice, comfortable seat to start. And if you happen to have a yoga block or something, that might be nice to sit on. Or, you can just simply sit like this, or you can just come into our typical easy pose. Okay, so wherever you want to be to start. Just begin to close your eyes and settle in. Just taking a nice deep breath in. Feel that breath rise. And then exhale, emptying out. Good. And then again, another deep breath in. And this time as you exhale, maybe you can just let out a sigh. Breathe it in. And then let it go. Good. One more. And then just taking those shoulders, reaching them up to your ears. And then exhale, relax. And a few more. Nice job. Any stress you might be carrying, just let it go. Taking those hands, bring them right into your heart center, just closing your eyes for a moment. And just drawing your attention at your heart chakra. Feel centered here, feel grounded here. Find a place of stillness. And with a deep breath in, let those arms reach up to the sky. And then exhale, hands come right into heart center. Again, deep breath in, reaching up overhead. And then once more. Good. Taking a little twist over that left shoulder. Sit up nice and tall. Good. And then just coming into the center, take it over the opposite way. Good. Coming back into center, and then just begin to walk those hands forward. Let your head melt on down. And then as you inhale, bring yourself up. Good. Do that a few more times. Let those hands begin to come forward. You just scoot back a little bit here. So hands come forward. And then inhale, bring yourself up. That's it. And then once more. Good. And then just like you're swimming in the ocean, let those arms begin to just roll back. Maybe letting your gaze follow. Just begin to open up through the shoulders, through your side waist. And while we're doing this, just being aware of your core, just strengthening through those abs. Good. And let those hands just come to rest on those thighs. And gently let that head begin to roll over to one side and then the other. Really coming into that breath. Sometimes if we're feeling any stress in our lives, we can kind of have that shallow breathing. So really just paying attention here, fully exhaling. Good. Let those hands come to your lower back and then open up through that heart. Good. That's it. And then from here, just finding your way to all fours. We're just going to walk our hands forward, melt that heart down, coming into puppy pose. Nice opening through the heart, through the upper back, through your shoulders. Think about reaching that tailbone up to the sky. And then gently just begin to rock that forehead side to side. You got it. And then let those hands come under those shoulders. Press yourself up. And then just take a few breaths in, cat and cow. And then thinking about all those muscles in your face. See if you can really relax those muscles. And just pushing in through the palms of your hands, through your shins. Good, and then just coming back towards child's pose. Sink those hips back. Reach out through those arms. Draw those shoulder blades back and down. Good, and then we're just gonna create some circles here. So coming on up, we're gonna circle around and come right on back. So it's just almost like you're in a box and you're reaching every side of the box. Letting that head relax as you can. That's it. And then just begin to take it the opposite way, circling around. You got it. And then just begin to come down into a little cobra here. So little bend through those elbows. Shine that heart up. Knowing you can always come down onto those forearms if you prefer. And just a few breaths here. And then when you're ready, let those hands come under those shoulders. Come right on back into downward facing dog. So send those hips right up to the sky. Just take a little wag of the tail. Send those hips side to side. And with a deep breath in, reach those heels right on up. And then exhale, press them down. Good. Again, deep breath in, heels rise. Exhale, press them down. Good. We're going to take that right leg, reach it up to the sky. Bring that knee right into your chest. Again, reach it up to the sky. Exhale, pull it right into your chest. And then come to a knee down lunge, dropping that left knee. Let those hands come right to your hips. That's it, good. Just gonna stay here for a moment. Let those arms rise up. Looking up past those fingertips, just a slight little back bend here. Good, let those arms come down and up. Good, down, around and up. Just finding a gentle flow. And then just begin to frame up that front foot. Come right on back, downward dog. Little wag of the tail here. Send those hips side to side. And on that next inhale, that left leg's gonna rise up. Bring that knee right into your chest. Again, push it up to the sky. Work that core. Pulling it right into your chest. And then stepping it on through. Knee down lunge, dropping that right knee. Hands just come right to your hips for a moment. Find your balance here. Let those arms rise. Good, and then we're just gonna open them on up, bring them down, and then just continue to circle. Connecting that breath right with the movement. Beautiful. And then just framing up that front foot, we're gonna step that front leg back, downward facing dog. Think about really pressing those hips up to the sky. Take a deep breath in, empty it out. Again, deep breath in, exhale. Good, pull forward right into plank, and then chaturanga. Lower yourself down, open right up into cobra. And then take it right on back, downward facing dog. We're gonna flow through just like that a couple more times. Again, pull forward into plank. You can always drop those knees down if you choose. Chaturanga, lower on down. Open right up into cobra. You got it. Coming right on back. Think about pushing those heels right down towards the floor. And then deep breath in. Come into that plank. Lower yourself down. Good. And then just take a minute here in baby cobra. Letting those forearms come to rest. And then just take your chin, bring it down to your chest. And then reach it on up, just like you're saying yes. Saying yes to life. And all the beauty that comes with it. Good, stretching out through your neck. And then from here, we're just gonna bend that right leg, reaching back for that left ankle. And then just rest right into that forearm. Enjoying that nice stretch. Good, and then from here, just switching sides, releasing that, reaching back for that left leg. And then here, just melting into that. Good, and then when you're ready, releasing that little windshield wiper, bring those feet side to side. Good, and then hands come under those shoulders. We're gonna come right on back into child's pose. Take a minute here. Think about reaching your chest right towards the floor if it's not already there. And then as you're ready, come on up to all fours and then downward facing. And then just begin to walk your feet right up to your hands, coming up to a forward fold. And then as you inhale, take that halfway lift, pull your heart forward. That's it. And then exhale, bow, come right back down. And again, halfway lift, pull those shoulders back, open up through the chest. Good, forward fold, come right on down. Okay, reach into those feet, come all the way up, reaching up overhead. Hands come right into heart center. Ah. Good, inhale, arms rise. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale to that halfway lift. Exhale, bow. Good, again, root to rise, climbing on up out of that waist, really reaching up high. Drawing some sunshine right into your heart center. Inhale, reach up to the heavens. Exhale, swan dive, beautiful. We take that left leg, step it on back, coming into a runner's lunge. Good, and then from here, we're gonna come right to the outside of that left foot. So we're gonna bring it on back and think about reaching towards those left toes. Good, if you lost me, let's try it one more time. Come back into that runner's lunge. And then again, spin to the outside of that back foot, reach towards those toes. Nice job. Come right back into that runner's lunge. We're gonna come into, this is called wild thing. We're gonna take this front foot, kickstand it right behind your left leg, and then just reach that arm up. Good job. And then gently come on out, come into plank for a moment. And then we're just gonna take those heels, gently push those heels front and back. Good. Just working through that core. And then just take a moment in that child's pose, coming on back. Let yourself rest here. Do your work and then let go. Good, and then as you're ready, coming into that Ardha Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. We're gonna lift that left leg up to the sky. Bring that knee right into your chest. take that runner's lunge here. Good, so here we're gonna spin to the outside of that foot that's behind. So your hips are kind of moving over to the side. Those left fingertips are gonna reach towards those toes. Good, coming on out, framing up that foot again. And we're gonna do that one more time. Spin to the outside of that foot, reach back for those toes. Different kind of pose there. Nice, come right back out, runner's lunge. We're gonna take this front leg, kickstand it right behind you, and then reach up through those hips, reach that arm up overhead. Beautiful. Good, come right on out into that plank. And then we're just gonna bend our knees, walk your feet right up towards your hands. Take a minute to slide those hands right under your feet. This is called gorilla pose. Think about really relaxing that head, maybe even shaking it out side to side. And then while you're here, maybe take a tiny little halfway lift. You can have a little bend in those knees. And then exhale, release. Good, again, halfway lift. And let it go. Good, take those hands out from under your feet. And then take those feet a little bit wider, maybe a little wider than hips width apart. Just let yourself sway side to side. Good, and then every once in a while, just do a big circle with those arms. Bring them up and around. And then again, just continue to circle. Continue to sway side to side. And then when you feel ready, maybe take a big circle with those arms the opposite way. Good, and we're just gonna continue to move like this. Getting into the waist a little bit, grounding into the feet. Beautiful. And then when you feel complete there, we're just gonna stand the long ways on our mat. So you might kind of turn yourself so you're taking up space on your mat here. We're gonna let those arms reach up to the sky. And then as you exhale, make fists, pull them down. Good, again, inhale, arms rise. Exhale. Good. So really feel the strength through your legs, even the strength through your biceps here. Super strong, good. Use your breath. Good, from here, keep those hands out to the side, something a little different. See if you can bend over at that waist for a minute, just hinging at those hips. And then come right back up, let those palms face up to the sky. I'm gonna turn here just so you can see me. Again, hinge at those hips, come right on down. And then inhale up. Good, just one more. I'm really feeling that in my legs. Woo! I bet you guys are too. Nice. Inhale, let those arms reach up to the sky. Lengthen through those legs. Let those hands come right into heart center. Good. From here, warrior two, bend into that right leg. Looking right over those right fingertips. Good. Just hold it here. Feel your strength. And then as you inhale, let hands come to heart center. Lengthen out through that top leg. And then exhale, sink back in. Again, gather. Send it out. One more. Good, and then reverse, climbing up and back. Good, and then just finding that side angle, coming up and over. Good, from here, wide leg straddle. We're gonna come right on down. Toes are pointing forward. Just take a couple breaths here. It might even feel nice to take those hands, point those fingertips right behind you, bringing those hands through your legs. Good, and then a little bend through those legs. Let yourself roll on up nice and slow. And we're just gonna find ourselves in warrior two on the opposite side. So bending into that left leg. Good, shoulders down, looking over those left fingertips. Feeling strength, determination, all that good stuff. And then as you inhale, hands come into heart, lengthen out through those legs. Exhale, focus. Where are we looking? Looking right over that left hand, looking ahead. Good, inhale, gather it in. And then focus. Nice job, couple more. Good, and then just reverse, climb up and back here. Exhale, side angle, coming up and over. Good, and then just pointing those toes straight ahead. Hands are gonna come to your lower back. Open up through your heart. Okay, if you have a little flexibility in your spine and you want those hands to come down a little bit, give yourself whatever you need, finding your back bend. No competition. Good, and then as you exhale, come on out. Forward fold, ha. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bow, ha. Walk those hands over to the right leg, and then take that right arm, reach it up to the sky. You might want to bend either that left knee or that right knee, whatever you feel you need here. Maybe that hand that's in the air reaches for your opposite hip, opening up through your shoulder. Good, and then just coming on out, we're gonna walk our hands over to that left leg. Let that left arm reach up to the sky. Bending a knee or two if you need it. Maybe trying them both, see what you like better. And then see if you can bring that hand to your opposite hip. Good, when you're ready, just begin to come on out, and we're actually gonna find our way towards, I'm forgetting the name of it, but we're gonna come on down onto our knees. Here we go. And then if you have a block, sometimes that can be helpful. Or you can go right down onto the floor. Froggy, that's what this is, froggy pose. So it's a very deep hip opener. I haven't done it in so long, I almost forgot its name. So hanging out here for a few minutes, you want to think about sending your hips back. And kind of like cozying on up to it. It's kind of like pigeon. We really get into those hips. Good. Good. See if you have a little bit more space that you want to sink into here. Good. Just another breath. And we're very carefully going to come on out. So just begin to press your hands into the floor. You can kind of bring those feet together, bring those knees in a little bit. Just take child's pose. It might even feel nice to bring those knees together if that works for you. Reach out through those arms. We're going to really relax through that back. Ha. Good. From here, take those hands, clasp them on your lower back, clasping those hands together. You can either stay right here, but if it's okay in your neck, see if you can reach those hips up, coming right onto the crown of your head. Okay, if you want a little bit more, maybe even think about reaching those arms up to the sky. Okay, listen to your body. Good, just another breath wherever you might be. And then if you're not already out, gently coming on out, reaching on out through those arms. Ah. Good. And then as you inhale, come on up to all fours. Maybe take those knees out hip width apart. And we're just gonna flow through cat and cow for a few breaths. You did a lot of work through that back. So just being kind to it, kind of releasing a little bit. Maybe even doing some circles through those hips. Good, maybe circling the opposite way. Good, and then from here, take that right leg, extend it back. Pushing back, stretching out through that calf. Good, and then reach that leg up. So there's a line between your hip and your foot, working through that glute. You guys might know where we're going here. We're gonna take that opposite arm, bring it forward. Spinal balance. Think about reaching right up through that belly button. Good. Come into center, nice job. Take that left leg, extend it back. Nice stretch through the calf. And then from here, we're just gently gonna lift that leg up about hip height. Opposite arm, right arm's gonna reach forward. Lifting up through that belly, nice and strong through the core. And breathe. Good, come right back into all fours. And we're just gonna flow here. So one arm, one leg, lengthen it on out. And down. Good. Find what breathing works for you, whether you want to inhale as you reach or you want to exhale. See what works in your body. Yeah, all breathing is good breathing. Good. We're going to get another little balance in here. So next time that right leg comes back, hold it here and bend it. Good. Take that opposite arm. See if you can reach back towards that foot. If you can grab a hold of it, go ahead. And then think about pushing that foot right up into the sky. Good. And if you fall out, no problem. You gave it a try. You can always come back in. Good job. Another movement here. And then come on out. Little wag of the tail. Shake that off for a minute. And then other side. Let that left leg come back. Right arm forward. We're going to bend that back leg, reach back for it, opposite arm to foot. If you can grab a hold of it, go ahead and push that foot up a little bit. That's it. The trick here is continuing to push into that left hand, reach up through that belly, reaching up through the head. Good job. One side might be a little different than the other. And then when you're ready, come on out, shake out through those hips. And just another few moments in cat and cow. Good, and then here, just taking a seat in butterfly. Supta Baddha Konasana, let the soles of those feet come into touch. And then as you inhale, reach those knees up to you, and then exhale. Good, again, pushing those knees up. So the thing here is we're trying to get maybe just a tad bit deeper every time we come down. Good, and then next time they come on down, hold it here. Hinge at those hips and try to wiggle into it a little bit. Let that head relax. Good. Inhale, come on up. And we're just going to come into knee pile here. So see if you can take your right knee over your left knee. They might not exactly stack, but this is kind of where we're going. You could also kind of look like this a little bit. But if you can, the best you can, try to kind of stack those knees up. And we're just gonna sit up nice and tall. And as you exhale, gently just hinge at those hips. It might be a tiny bit, but if you have more space, come on in a little bit more. That's it. Let your head relax. And I know we're kind of gripping on through our hips. See if you can breathe into it. Find a little bit more space. The longer we stay, the better the benefits. Good, breathing into it. Good, and then when you're ready, we're gonna come on up. Nice, easy way to change. You ready for this? Remember what leg's on top? We're just gonna open and switch. Good, again, finding how your body kind of fits into this side. Again, there's different ways you can kind of adjust. Find what works for you today. And whenever you get there, just sit up nice and tall. And then the best you can, hinge at those hips. And then if you've got a little more space, come on in a little bit more. Good job. Welcome yourself into this pose. Get comfortable for a moment. Couple more breaths. Good, and then as you're ready, just come on out. We're gonna open up through those legs. Good, and then bring them together, just coming into staff pose, Dandasana. We're gonna reach those arms up overhead, and then exhale, forward fold. Good, inhale, sit up nice and tall. One more time, arms are gonna reach up overhead, and then exhale. That's it. Good, come on up, take those feet about mat width apart, and we're just gonna windshield wiper side to side. They might even be wider than mat width apart, whatever feels good. And we're gonna add on to this a little bit. We're gonna come in, lengthen out through one leg, reach the same side arm up. So I've got my left leg out, left arm up, and then we're gonna switch. So we're kind of coming into like a little twist, kind of get creative with it, whatever feels good for you. There's no right or wrong. We're just gonna flow. Just let it feel good. That's it. Good, and then when you're done, just bring those legs together, shake them out for a moment. And we're gonna roll right onto our back. So coming on back, let those arms reach up overhead. Take a full body stretch. Good, take that right knee, bring it right into your chest. Good, lengthen out through that leg, and then opposite side, bring that left knee in. Good, lengthen that leg out. And just take those feet, bring them left, bring them right, kind of wiggling out here for a minute. Then we're gonna take our legs, bring them up to the sky. Just begin to circle those ankles out, maybe closing your eyes. And then circling them in. Good, and then just open those legs on up, coming into a straddle. You can flex through those feet. Good, drawing them back together, working through those inner thighs. And then again, opening on up, getting that stretch through the inner thighs. Good, and then from here, just point and flex through your feet. Good, draw those legs back together. And just take a minute in happy baby, reaching for the inside of those feet. Gently rock side to side. Nice release through the lower back. Make it as small or as big as you'd like. And then we're going to drop those knees off to the right. Let those arms and head go to the left. We're taking a spinal twist. Exhale out anything you no longer need, any tension, any stress, anxiety. Let it go. Just breathing in love, deep love for yourself. And then bringing those knees in through center. Take that twist the opposite way. Just take a deep breath in. Exhale out anything that's no longer serving you. Whether it's people, things, ideas, whatever it might be. Just breathing in joy. Good, and then just coming back into the center, give yourself a hug for a minute. And just circle those ankles out. And circle them in. Good. Take a minute here in butterfly pose, just bringing the soles of those feet together. Let those knees open up wide. Take the right hand to your belly and the left hand to your heart. Just coming into this final pose before we sink into our sweet Shavasana. So letting yourself just get comfortable. So anything you might need to do to get comfortable here, if you need to turn off the lights above you, if you need an eye pillow or something to put over your eyes, a blanket, whatever you might need, just set yourself up, maybe a pillow for under the head. We have all the comforts of home here. And as you're ready, just coming into that final resting pose, lengthening out through your arms, through your legs. And I always invite you to take any position that might be comfortable for your Shavasana. If you'd rather do it on your side or on your belly in child's pose, you can kind of experiment, see what works for you. If your back is cranky, a really nice one is just bending those knees, letting those knees come into rest on each other. So just letting yourself arrive. So for these next few minutes, you have nowhere else you need to go, nowhere else you need to be. So just soak in your practice. That's what Shavasana is about. It's just being. We did our physical work and now we can focus on our soul, on relaxing our mind. And just feeling. Instead of doing, let yourself just be. Notice how you're feeling. Notice how your body is feeling. And just feel a deep warmth around you and within you. Just drawing your attention to your heart center. Feel the strength of this organ here. Feel its light. Feel your light. And just feeling that radiate through every part of you. A deep peace, a deep comfort. This is home. Wherever you are, home is you, your body, your heart. Being comfortable right here, right now. Accepting yourself exactly as you are. Connecting in with deep compassion within yourself. Finding deep rest here. And just sending healing to any part of you that may need it, or anyone else that may need it. Connecting in with your own power of intention. You can put words to your intention even better. What do you want to attract? And if you haven't set an intention on your mat today, maybe just taking a moment here and just asking yourself, what is my intention as I go into the rest of this week? And maybe it's just something very simple. Maybe it's go a little slower, be a little kinder, take a breath before I respond, whatever it may be. Just taking a few more moments, just resting in this deep peace. Just beginning to notice the space between your inhale and your exhale, and the space between each breath. And just take a nice full deep breath in. Feel your belly rise, maybe even putting your hands on your belly. Feel that expansion. And then exhale. Let every bit go. Nothing you need to hold on to. Getting rid of anything you need to emotionally. And then again, full deep breath in, filling up. Let it go. Maybe gently rock your head side to side. Just beginning to connect back into sensation. Bring in a wiggle to your fingers, to your toes. And then taking your time, just beginning to curl up onto one side. And just pausing for a moment in the fetal position. And here we seal in our practice, taking what we need with us off the mat into our lives. Feeling grounded, feeling supported, giving gratitude to our bodies for all they do, and for yourself for making this time for you. And then as you're ready, just gently begin to push yourself up, coming up to a nice comfortable seat. And just bringing those hands right to heart center and closing your eyes. And just feeling your energy. We do have the ability to feel energy, I believe, if you just notice. So here, see if you can feel what you're experiencing inside, what's going on in your body, in your mind, in your energetic body. Hopefully you feel a little bit more grounded, more centered. And just coming into your intention. Begin to reach those arms up overhead, reaching up for your intention or anything you need. And then exhale, pull it into your heart center. Good, one more time, deep breath in, bring those arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. Sealing in our practice with the sound of Om. Take a deep breath in. Om. Shanti, Shanti, peace. And just taking those hands, bringing them right up to your third eye. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe resides. I honor the place in you that is of love, of light, of peace, and of truth. And when you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me, we are all one. Together we say, Namaste. Namaste, namaste.